Good morning again, guys. All right, no breaking news, just comments that I want to kind of go over real quick. Just kind of enlighten people a little bit, dose of reality time. Now, let me ask you this. If somebody walked into your house this afternoon, okay, was sitting on your couch just talking to you, and decides to light up a cigarette, or decides to pull out a bag of cocaine and do a line right there on your coffee table, what would you say? Would you be like, "Oh, okay, no big deal," or would you tell them, "Sorry, that ain't happening"? Okay, my house, my rules. That's it. No, you don't smoke in my house. No, you're not doing drugs in my house. The same applies for being online. Okay, this is my house. I make the rules. Real simple. Okay. Getting a little bit of blowback from a comment I made on Tuesday night's live stream. I'm going to tell you this right now. I don't care, and there ain't no apology coming. My house, my rules. You want to come into my house, you follow the rules. It's no different than in real life, coming in and lighting a cigarette on my couch. Simple as that. Okay. So, I want to get into a little bit of the misnomer. And before anybody says, "Oh, I'm stealing thunder," no, I'm not. Okay. Patara over at Appalachia's Homestead with Patara did a wonderful video this morning, and I'll link it below so you guys can go watch it. Okay. Because she is absolutely correct. She had done a video yesterday on, is it too late? And her comment was, yes. And I will tell you this, I totally agree with her, and I will tell you exactly why. Those of us who have been awake for however long, how anybody isn't in the last 2.5 years, I have no clue, all right, because the world has completely gone upside down since early February 2020, okay, between lockdowns, food shortages, masks, company closing, layoffs, inflation, invasions, you name it. Okay. If you still have your head in the sand, sorry. Okay. You will be your obituary will say, finished life as a speed bump in history. That's it. Okay. A lot of people have thought about or even done in the last couple of years, I'm getting out of the city, I'm getting out of the suburbs, and I'm moving to the country. Okay. More power to you. You know, I did the same thing 2019. Thank God I did it before the world went upside down. But I want to give you a little dose of reality here. So let me show you this real quick. This is what I've got going on at the homestead. Okay. If you want to call what I've got a homestead, it's what I have going on my property. That'd be more appropriate. Okay. Because no, I can't call myself a homesteader because I don't have cows and chickens and all that sort of stuff. All right. But so be it. So here's what's going on. This is the garage I've been talking about that I'm building. Ain't anything big. Okay. It's a one-car garage with a workshop in it. Okay. Rocket science. You know, it's a box with a roof on it, as I call it. Okay. This is the pond that I've been showing you. Okay. And as you can see, it's back to where it was before. Now, why do I show you these things? Both of those projects got started in March. It is the middle of April. 5 months. This is the dose of reality that people need to start taking. Rome wasn't built in a day. You don't go anywhere. And, okay, I'm out of the city, I'm in the country, I'm now self-sufficient. No offense to the guys building the garage. I'll take a little bit of exception to the guy building the pond because digging a hole is not rocket science, and he still screwed that up. Okay. But, for the garage, why are we only that far 5 months from now? Okay. Weather has a little bit to do with it. No question. It rains. The guys can't come out and do something. I get that, but it doesn't rain every day. This isn't Seattle. Materials. Materials are more difficult to find. Materials, the price of lumber, you guys know what that's done. I mean, I will give you this. When we quoted the wood to do the framing right there, back in probably April, as opposed to when we were finally ready for it because the concrete had been poured and we could get the tradesmen to come out and do it. Okay. We requoted that in July. It was $5,000 cheaper. Not talking a ton of wood there. Okay. That's how much wood came down. All right. So thank God for the guy who's doing all this for me, was able to, because so many places would say, hey, we've got it bid at this dollar amount. Let's just leave it. I appreciate that. It's a lot cheaper for me. But that's the thing. You get out to the country. Well, now you've got to get stuff to you. Okay, maybe you've got a truck. Maybe you've got a trailer. I got a truck. I've got a trailer and everything like that, but I'm not going to be able to haul all that without multiple trips far away to get that. All right. If I had to go bring that wood myself, that's driving all the way into Knoxville, which is an hour there, which is an hour back, and it would have taken a couple of trips at least. All right, so there would have been a day shot. Okay, but we got company with the wood to deliver. No problem. Then the next issue is getting tradesmen out. Okay, when you live in the country, the trades don't necessarily want to go out to the middle of nowhere because they're paid by the job. And when they have to spend an hour on the road getting to you and an hour on the road going home at night, that's 2 hours of their day that they're not getting paid for. Okay, I'm not even talking about adding the cost of gas and stuff like that for their vehicles that they have to do it. So you wind up low on the totem pole as to when you can get the job done. Now, obviously, next steps I have are putting the roof on, putting the siding on, putting the stone along the base on the concrete blocks. So I talked to my stone guy the other day. He's like, be 3 weeks till I can come out and look at it. I'm busy. 3 weeks, okay? The roof guys, the wood guys. This is building a garage. Just a garage, okay? Yeah, sure, we'll have to have electric put in eventually too. I'll be lucky if the entire thing is done before Halloween. And I get that, okay, because that's part of living in the country. If you can do it yourself, more power to you, right? And I've said many times before, and somebody actually bitched at me going, he hires stuff out. Yeah, you know what? I do, because guess what? I needed a building permit for that. I just found out this morning that the latest inspection on framing passed, okay? Can you imagine if I would have done all that myself, made a mistake, and the building inspection didn't pass? Gee, now you get to tear it all down and start over again. Yes, I'm not a contractor. I don't pretend to be one, all right? I do what I do, and I do it well. If I'm not qualified to do something, especially something like that, where if you're inside and it collapses on you, it could kill you, right? I'm going to have a professional do it. I would suggest everybody else do the same. Are there people out there that can build their own house? Yes, no question. You've got I can build picnic tables. I can build Adirondack chairs. I can do stuff like that. That's not a big deal. Nobody's going to die if I screw it up, all right? I've always joked with Mrs. P. I said, there's 2 things in the world I do not touch myself, electricity and plumbing, because either one of them can kill you, all right? But this is the reality that people need to face when they go, oh, I'll move out to the country. Is there land for sale around me? Yup. Okay, plenty of it. And people could buy it. Why do people not? Because getting somebody out here to build a house on the property is like pulling teeth. All right. The guy who bought the property next door started building 2 years ago. 2 years ago. He's got the house done. The driveway hasn't even been poured yet. Okay. Not that he can't afford to buy the concrete or something like that. They can't get the concrete contractors out here to do it because the tradesmen are so backed up. They've got other work to do that is going to be more time efficient for them. Okay. If they can go pour 2 things in Knoxville that are within 10 miles of their place of business, they're going to take those jobs rather than come out and pour 1 job because they get paid more doing that. That's a dose of reality that people need to take when we get into, gee, I need to get out of the city. Yes, but you have to make compromises when you do so. There is a big trade-off, huge, to quote Trump, for living out here. I've said before, the grocery store's not around the corner. The gas station's not around the corner. You know, if you can do it yourself, great. But if you're counting on other people to do it, and everybody's going to have to do some of that, okay, prepare to wait. This is why I agree with Patara and what she's saying. Is it too late? Yes, because you can go out and buy that property now. But if you think you're going to be up and running and have a homestead going and you're going to plant your garden in the spring, you might as well get a hold of Hunter and go sit down and smoke a crack pipe with him, okay? Because you'll be lucky if you're under roof by spring doing this. Not saying this is everywhere, sure, okay? And again, like I said, depends on people's skills and what they can do themselves. But deal in reality, guys. I don't care if you're a billionaire. It doesn't matter if you go out and buy land and say, I want this done. You can't snap your fingers and make work get done. You can't snap your fingers and make material show up, okay? It doesn't work that way. As Americans, okay, I'm not going to speak for Canadians or Europeans because I'm not one. We're used to instant gratification. We're used to, I want a pizza. It'll be there in 30 minutes. Just make a phone call. Just get on the internet. I want to buy something. The hell with getting in the car and going to the store. I'll just tap it into Amazon and they'll send it to me. It doesn't work that way in the country. It's certainly not going to work that way in an SHTF situation. Patience is something that I'm not good at, okay? Never have been, all right? I want things done, I want them done right, and I want them done right the first time. When they're not, I come unglued. That's part of my personality. It's a shortcoming I have. I need to learn to be more patient. Good luck. But slowly but surely, I'm getting there. I figure ways around things. How can I make this work? Trust me, with the garage, there were many ways that I had to figure how to make things work. And that's where we wind up. Be cognizant of those facts if you're looking at getting out of the city, which of course I still highly recommend. But if your thoughts are, I'm going to buy a piece of land and everything's going to be hunky-dory here by spring, no, sorry. You know, if you bought your house or you bought your land in 2020, maybe you're ready to go. That's pretty much it. But like I said at the top, and I'm going to reiterate this once again, my house, my rules. Okay, if you don't like them, there's the door. Simple as that. Pinball out.